All right, what I'd like to help you with is really give you some videos and training to help you operate your business or understand any business much more effectively. And so I'm going to have a series of videos looking at the numbers within your business. So every business has to report their numbers. There's only one scorecard, the financial statements, which are incredibly difficult to read and to understand. So I wanted to give you some pointers on how we could navigate, how we could use those financial statements to help analyze our business and steer our business. But first of all, let's start with some fundamentals in this short video today, and that is, what does any successful business need to do? Well, number one, it needs to make money, profit. Secondly, it needs to generate cash. And thirdly, if you're a business owner, you want that business to grow, you want that business to become a high-performing asset, and ultimately, if you wanted to sell that business or pass it along, it would have greater value in the future because you've built underpinning systems that allow the business to grow, and you, the owner, don't have to be there. It becomes a wealth-generating asset. So just a few stats, and you'll probably know these, but I find this quite incredible that according to JP Morgan Foundation, 75% of small businesses have less than 30 days cash on hand. And 25%, can't scratch up enough cash to go 14 days. Now, we have had the COVID experience. Unfortunately, we've had the PPP loans that have saved a lot of us. But, in order to feel secure, we do need to generate cash. We need to have more cash on hand to overcome those, eventualities that might surprise us. And here's the second one, Intuit. They make finance software. 45% of small business owners claim financial illiteracy. They don't know their statements. They just fill the statements in at the end of the year. They give them to their CPA, and the CPA tells them, what their tax liability is. But they're a very powerful instrument in being able to steer the business. So we want to fix that. I want to fix that. And, these stats are quite common. You've seen them before from the Small Business Administration. 80% of businesses fail within 7 years. So if you're an owner and you toiled away for 7 years and then your business crashed, it's a bit sad. So you want to protect yourself. And, I was working with one company, and the owner said to me, this is a $25 million business. It's been in business for a couple of decades. He said, the only business benefit I get, Mick, is the travel points on my Amex card. He said, I have to pay everybody else first. I have to pay my installers. I have to pay my suppliers. I have to pay my people. And there's generally not much left for me. So I want to help owners, reap the rewards of being an owner, of being able to take some distributions and pay themselves as a sensible wage as the business grows. Now, you've seen this. This is a picture of Smog, the dragon, and dragons, God, treasure. And in business, right, there are certain things that will hamper you. All treasure is guarded by dragons. That's why we know it's valuable. And the dragons that we have to slay in our businesses, we need to understand where those hidden costs are, because they are sucking away your profit. Cash, stashed in that bloated balance sheet. The balance sheet is very difficult to understand and to underpin. And if we understand it, we can make it leaner and free up that cash. Certain types of revenue. Not all revenue growth is good growth. Not all sales are good sales. Some sales actually consume cash as we grow. And we need to be mindful of that. And I talked about building systems to be able to scale long-term wealth. I want to overcome that number phobia, as when we look at those numbers, our eyes glaze, they don't tell us anything. I'm going to simplify it for you so that you can readily understand and communicate to your employees so that they're making good decisions. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert the numbers into a communication vehicle, right? Human beings understand things, complex things, using the power of story. So we're going to create a story. And you know what? In every story, there are characters in eternal conflict. And there are three characters, three amazing characters in your business and financial story. I'm just going to touch on them today at the end of this video. And then there are two basic building blocks that you need to use to build your business. And then what we're going to do is take that story and make it easy to understand by breaking it down into 5 readily mastered chapters. And the building blocks in the story actually combine to give us a treasure map. It shows us where there is hidden potential in your business, where those hidden costs are, where the opportunity is to grow, where the opportunity is to free up cash. And that story is going to be the powerful vehicle with which you're going to be able to navigate your own business in order to determine where those opportunities exist. Now, I just want to close this video with an introduction to the 3 characters that I'm going to talk about on the next video. And you've heard the expression, cash is king, right? Most businesses fail through the lack of cash flow. But the full expression we like to use at Business by the Numbers is revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, and cash is king. And how these characters perform in your business will determine whether the outcome is a comedy or a tragedy. And so here's our characters. Vanity, he's the person that goes out. His team or her team are the people that go out and sell work. And they're very brilliant people, and they tell you, if you give them enough resources, they could sell the company away to success. Then you've got Sanity. Sanity is all about the bottom line. He wants to make sure that we've got our costs in line, that we're making our pricing decisions correctly, that we're getting the right margin. He sees the world in black and white and hates being in the red. And our last character has the most grandiose title of the king. Now, he doesn't actually own the business, but he does count the cash. He has a little treasure chest in his office, and he wants to know exactly how much cash is coming in, how much cash is coming out, and he absolutely hates surprises. Now, here's the thing. The interplay between vanity, sanity, and the king is a metaphor for the interplay between the income statement, the balance sheet, and the statement of cash flows. And I'll bring the characters into relief in the next video.